This is a CPU, Central Processing Unit in the computer. It is also called the brain of the computer. CPU works like a magician in the computer, and you see all the magic happening in front of your eyes on your monitor. Hi, this is Gopal. Welcome back to my channel, Goa Tech Talk. As you already know, today in this video, I will be exploring about CPU. I will explain how CPU works and processes the data. Let's start with the basic. CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. It is also called the brain of the computer. CPU is responsible for executing instructions and processing data. The CPU is made up of several components, but the two most important ones are the control unit and arithmetic logic unit. The arithmetic logic unit performs calculations and logical operations. The CPU works by following the set of instructions that are stored in its memory. These instructions are typically written in low-level programming language called machine code, which is specific to the CPU architecture. When you start the program, the CPU fetches instructions from the memory and executes them. Each instruction tells CPU to perform a specific operation, such as adding two numbers or moving one file from one location to the another. The CPU can perform millions of instructions per second, thanks to its clock speed. The clock speed determines how many instructions the CPU can execute in a given amount of time. The higher the clock speed, the more instructions the CPU can execute per second. The clock speed is the fastest speed at which a CPU can operate, and it's measured in hertz. 1 hertz equals to 1 cycle per second. 1 megahertz equals to 1 million cycles per second. 1 gigahertz equals to 1 billion cycles per second. The first CPU was Intel 4004, which was introduced in 1971. It had the speed of just 740 kilohertz. This may seem very slow by today's standard, but it was significant technological advancement at that time. Modern CPU also has multiple cores, which allows them to process multiple tasks at the same time. Do you know the CPU also has its own cache memory? The CPU cache memory stores frequently used instructions and data. It is much faster for the CPU to access data in its own cache memory. When the CPU needs to access data or instructions that are not in the cache, it will fetch them from the main memory. This can take more time than accessing data from cache. So, CPUs are designed to minimize the number of times they need to access main memory. In addition to performing calculations and logical operations, the CPU also controls the flow of data within the computer. It sends and receives data to and from other components, such as graphic card and network interface. So when you buy a computer, it is important to know what kind of processor it has in it. Make sure to check the gigahertz on the processor. The higher the gigahertz on the processor, the faster it processes the data. This is it about the CPU. Today in this video, I tried my best to explain what is CPU, what does it do, and how does it processes the data in the computer. If you find my videos informational and helpful, you can support me by subscribing to my channel and sharing to your friends. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye-bye and take care.